Hello there. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Azocryte here, she, her pronouns, voicing Pingsu, also she, her pronouns. Back to start another week of streaming. This week's schedule looks pretty similar to last week's schedule. The main difference is that it's twofold. Well, threefold, actually. First off, on Friday, it is our dedicated Halloween stream. I originally was going to play a game that was scheduled to release on Halloween, but it got delayed, so I'm going with my backup plan instead. Friday is going to be the designated Deep Nest stream, otherwise known as my least favorite area in that game. But it is spooky enough and creepy enough to qualify for Halloween. The other two parts are both on Sunday. First off, Sunday is the time change. It is the fall back time change, which means for those of you who do not have a time change, I will be streaming 1 hour later than usual. Granted, you're more likely to be early than... Why do you hate Deep Nest? It's cool. I am not a fan of horror. I'm not a fan of horror, I'm not a fan of creepy factor, I'm not a fan of jump scares, anything of the like. Deep Nest is my least favorite area in the game, bar none. Like, I get it fits the theme, but that's about all the credit I can give it. Anyway, Sunday we're also starting back up the Super Mario Sundays trend. The last time we did this was back in July, before we started getting redeems and special streams on Sundays. Now that the schedule's back open, we will be starting back up Super Mario Sundays unless something else blocks it. Starting with Paper Mario 64, which should be pretty fun, even if I do prefer the one that comes after it. On to today's stream, we are going to be doing Battle Network 4 Red Sun. We've been playing this for the past multiple months. Unless you could save up over 10,000 by then. Yeah, no, I get you. Anyways, last time we made it to the end of this game, it was a pretty rough final battle. Kicked my ass for an entire stream before I got revenge on it next week. Hopefully this goes a bit smoother this time, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Reminder that we will have the YouTube playlist on and background music. Feel free to ask me anytime you're curious about what one of the songs is, but it's mostly the same stuff I've been listening to. If it stops and I don't notice, do let me know and I will restart it, because it likes to go, "Hey, where'd you go? Where'd you go?" Because it's YouTube and YouTube sucks. Anyways. We got through all of the Laserman section this time. Alright, I have to talk to the guy down in the middle, don't I? Yeah, on the roof. And the note. Although I don't think we're allowed to read the note. Yeah, no, it does not let me read the note. Anyways, reminder for those of you not caught up in the story, we have had Dr. Hikari's laser plan fail because someone sabotaged it to cough cough the villain. So what does that do for the rest of us? It means that we have to use Dr. Regal's transmitted Navi to the asteroid plan. This plan conveniently requires everyone else to leave the main platform. Go figure. Yeah, no, Hikari is like totally onto Regal, but also he waited until everyone else was gone, so he couldn't just outnumber the guy. Go figure. Yeah, like Hikari knew who this guy was for a while and just didn't do anything until he's alone with the guy. Like, yeah, you couldn't have just outnumbered him with all the other scientists. No. Had to do the dramatic one-on-one and they get fucking bodied. Literally, it doesn't help him at all right now. Oh yeah, I forgot he just says grin. The bridge blows up. Literally tries to kill a kid here, by the way. Up, I think. No, it just changed songs. I'm like, did it stop already? Whoop. But yeah, almost killed a kid there. But again, because our dad waited until literally the last moment to stop him, he is now one-on-one and cannot just simply overpower the man with numbers. Go figure. Oh yeah, he also tries to still insist he's on the right side of history, while also demanding he calls himself the master of the world. You know, humbleness is his name, humility, whatever you want to call it. By the way, Ozo, have you had enough of Undertale Yellow, or would I still be willing to play it? I mean, I'm not sure which run would come next in, like, the play order. But, like, I'd be willing to play it. I assume if I said I was done with it, you'd have me move on to Deltarune, but I'd be fine going either way. Oh yeah, he also talks about his world of pure evil. And the Plane of Darkness. Still the good guy, though. In his eyes. I forgot Laserman just says, whoa. Now we're allowed to read Dad's letter. And it's like, hey, you can jack into the generator over on the left. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyways, this is where the final dungeon is in this game. It is not a hard dungeon to figure out puzzle-wise. It does take a bit of walking, but the puzzle's pretty easy to figure out most of the time. So we're now in the Meteor Computer. And the gimmick for this one is one-way pass and these little dots. We have to pass under each of these in order. I do see a little blue energy on the left. worth noting. This should immediately deal damage to you. Now you can't pull me in. Didn't quite get you. But that'll finish you. Anyways, just detouring here. Recover 200. That's great. That is perfect time to find that. So now we have 150, 150, 200, 300. Anyways, gotta sneak down around here. Alright, I forgot about this stupid thing. I gotta, like, mash out of it or something. Still don't know what these do. Got him. Just doing that so that I can close in on you. Gotcha! Up, I think. No, it's still going. It just. Some of these startups between songs are so quiet. Blue data up here. $1,800. Not really the time for this. This is gonna kill, not quite the top, middle one. But it does open up path. Gosh dang it. I just want a heal game. There we go. And then that should clear up this path. Blue down here. Spin red. Ooh, that's really good. Area 2. Two bug frags. We gotta find part 1 before we can make like any progress. Probably a good time for this. This should get the person in the middle. Got rid of you. Pop this heal. And gotcha. That needle on your head looks so stupid, Mega Man. Northwind E. One there. Two here. Gotta go up and around there. Oh, not these guys. Gotcha! Gotcha! There's 3. And there's 4. Man. Okay, mash the A button here. That way I get them before they move. Make good progress there. There we go. Yeah, I thought there was something else back here. It's just money, though. That being said, we did make it to Area 3. There's 2. There's 4. Blue up here. HP memory, let's go! I see number 1 here. Oh, not these jokers. This will hit all 3 of you. There we go. And then I can just stay up here and heal. Hate those guys. I will wait until I get one more turn, and then I'll finish it if I don't have anything better. Okay, yeah. Got him. And 30 Zenny because I'm garbage against those guys. Mkin and E. Dodge that. Get an encounter. Well, I didn't get the worst case scenario, but it's not great either. There we go. Took, what, a couple hits of damage there, but it's nothing major. Need to find 3 now, though. Blue down here. 3,000 bucks. Focus on healing. Him. Do that and I can pop 3 in a turn here. Really can't give me anything, can you, game? Fine. Oh, get rid of the stupid Zerk Crush. Refuse to give me any of my heals. Thanks, game. Alright, there's 3. There's 4. I already know where the planet shows up at here. It's down at the bottom. Got them. Stupid fucking enemies. It's only the bomb boy that was a threat there, luckily. So now I actually get a chance to heal with the Search Shuffle. And back to full. Let's go. Almost there. Gosh dang it. Okay, that was not the boss arena. There is one more area before we face Laser Man. Blue data here. Bug frag. Gosh dang it. Got it. Alright. Blue over here. Regular memory up one. Got rid of that stupid fucker. No, I'm not using those stupid chips game. Got you. Alright, that should finish you off. There we go. This one is a 200 plus customized program. Alright, let's start mashing. Get out of here. Begone, bot! There's one. Alright, back to this. Got it. Alrighty. Looking for number 2 here in the bunches. Found ya. 4. I gotta curve around here. This one gives me a full energy subchip. Thank you. 4. Gotta mash down again. This one's got where's 5? 5's up here. Got it. Gotcha. And that should get us back to full. Actually, we're almost there. Oh well. This is Laserman Refight. Let's see how this goes. Alright. We're up to 1,400 hit points. These rocks. God damn. Alright, now the music stopped. I heard that one. Stupid YouTube. Really struggling with the setup you've given me, game. Did it too early. Dodged. Saw that. Still got hit though. Missed! Alright, this should hit for a good amount of damage. Dodged it. I'm gonna lose Windsoul. Got him! Yes! First try. Second, Laser Man. You and your stupid evil speech. That being said, he still does go on about the stupid Dark Soul thing that we don't really care about. Anyways, we should be hitting pretty close to the... I believe there's only one part left. Let me just skip that. Pop a full energy. Because the final boss is coming up next, and this is probably going to take a while. If memory's correct, I get one altercation in here usually. Yeah, there's that. Escape. Now that I know how to skip this stupid cutscene I've seen way too many times. Two-part boss fight. First off, though, we have to deal with our clone. Gotcha! I dodged it, bitch! Ow. Alright. Alright, I'm out of invisibles. After this, more importantly, I'm out of the soul. That's a good amount of damage. I haven't used that move in like over a playthrough. I have you, but I can't really guarantee I hit with you. Invisible again. Yeah, I'm stuck in there. Got it! That's the first phase down. Luckily we get healed between phases, but this is where I'm going to die a lot. Alright, Duo, you have 500 more hit points than you did last time. Thanks, game. Gonna save the wind chip for now. Alright, let's pop this. Can this work? No, the fire chips do not work! Very important to note for future runs. You know, this is probably a lost run here, but we'll see how we can do. Ah, too early. Alright, the ad's gonna start in a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment to get those fire chips out of my folder. And the spreader. Blows off aura and barriers. Not too useful for here. This is just a stronger charge chip. That doesn't really explain what you do at all. Like, I'll try you once, but I don't think you're going to be helpful. Ad should be playing anytime, but we should be able to do better than this. Yeah, there's the ad. Not sure what attacks here I could even counter. Is the reason I haven't used you. This only counts for the holes on my side, otherwise I would have used it by now. Keeping you here for Fireman himself. Attempting this guy again. Huzzah! Easy. Alright, welcome back, y'all. I already did the copy bot fight, so I'm just trying to do this again. Gosh dang it. What do you do anyway, Cold Man? Nothing. Alrighty, pup. Alright, Magnum's not gonna work either. I'll have to change that next try. Thought you heard me say pup. I think I said yup, but I could be wrong on that. I'm just talking about all these stupid chips that don't work in this fight. Yeah, this fight still sucks. Alright, so Magnum does not work either. Because this is a fun fight that doesn't cause me any trouble whatsoever. So let's see here. Everything else here works so far. I need you to activate the thing. To activate, Firemane's soul. Not sure if Tornado will work, but I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. Rock Cube could at least be a block. Cold Man does nothing. We tried Cold Man, he just produces an ice that blocks something. It's really not useful. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Dark Variant. I have the Vulcans, I just need to get the, Really didn't do much. See, this is what ticks me off about you. I play by the rules, and you don't. God damn it! Stupid red sun! Damn it, I missed! This stupid fight. Gotcha! Alright. Time for the second fight. That actually is good. Alright, what else do we got here? Damn it! I got stun locked! You stupid fucking boss. Fireman's Soul is actually better than I thought it was, considering it lets us destroy a lot of those projectiles he's sending at us in the early phases. Gotcha! Alright, on to part 2. Gotcha! Got it. Up, it stopped. Gonna continue the music. Alright, running out of stuff now. Alright, that was my fault. Yes! Gotcha! Harder, faster, stronger. Second run clear. Let's fucking go! It only took me like 30 minutes this time. Woo! Much easier than last time. Sorry, I just had to check something. Boop. But yeah, even after 2 runs of beating him, he still does not understand what's going on. It doesn't really change the ending at all, if my memory is correct. Anyways, reminder that how this goes is basically we tried to turn this giant wheel, but Mega Man doesn't have enough soul or willpower or something. So it doesn't turn for him. But we get a big old cutscene about everyone cheering him on, and suddenly he has the power to do it, because that's how the internet works, apparently. Oh yeah, everyone's panicking because they just found out about the asteroid like today, despite them knowing about this threat for months because of like mass panic concerns. And as expected, no one has anything intelligent to say in this game. Also, that just pot shot at, like, adults, all they do is complain. Fucking Persona 5 vibes with that one. That being said, Mr. Match being here does make a little more sense this time, considering we actually saw him this playthrough. Twice. The first time he showed up, it was kind of confusing, because it's like, we did not see you at all in the matches. But here we saw him in his Fireman scenario where we got Fire Soul, and we saw him in Birdman scenario during the second tournament. That's still such a stupid way to phrase it. He might hear us if we yell really loudly. Because that's how the computer works, guys. NetNavis, how do they work? What a stupid cutscene. Oh yeah, we actually did get to see Thunderman this time, so this one also makes more sense. We didn't see him the first time around, so it was like, what the hell are you doing here? Still haven't had a scenario that requires you on land. We didn't have anything that required Netfrika this time, but we did the first time. Speaking of Netfrika, hello Netfrika. Your name's still pretty stupid. Oh yeah, we didn't see this guy this run. Frickin' Searchman. We saw him in the first playthrough, but this time we got Coldman instead, who got arrested, so we can't see him cheering us on. Unless they show us like a scene from the jail cell. Probably won't. Nah, they don't. Alright, I forgot about this stupid thing. It's like, ugh, the wire's breaking apart. Now no one can save the day. And Dr. Regal's like, oh no, you've defeated me, and also, we can't operate him with the snapped wire. Hi, Fawn! We're going through the ending of the game again. This is the second run that is ending right now. It took me about 30 minutes this time, whereas last time it took me like 3 to 4 hours. But yeah, Dr. Regal just fucking electrocutes himself to help us, even though he still wants to dominate the world or whatever. And even as he's being electrocuted, he's like, don't worry, I am still evil, trademark. Before going back to screaming. Meanwhile, Duo's like, give up. There's no chance for you and your hopeless humans. Oh no, it's the power of the people. They're cheering me on. I have more power. Hi, Bloper. And then they shout full synchro, even though that doesn't really do anything in this game, except give them a temporary power-up in one cutscene. But yeah, he's basically like, the meteor will return in like X hundred years, and we will judge you again. But yeah, how are y'all doing today? Thanks for showing up. But yeah, long story short, we saved the day, and they give us like a fake out if Mega Man dies or not, but he doesn't. Making coffee? That's nice. I don't drink coffee, honestly. Like, I've never had it in my life, but like, more power to those people who use it. But yeah, Mega Man is fine. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh right, it's Show! We haven't seen you the whole game because we're not playing Blue Moon. He has a scenario in Blue Moon, but not in Red Sun. Well, it's easier not to rely on coffee if you never got into it in the first place. If you start using coffee, you end up starting to rely on it a lot for any energy. Anyways, Dr. Regal's gonna jump. Yeah, getting sleep also helps. But yeah, he's like, I'd rather jump than let them arrest me. And we're trying to, like, convince him to redeem himself. And he's like, redeem myself? I'm evil, trademarked. I don't feel guilty at all. You're the ones who should feel guilty. Because you're actually the bad guys, even though I talk about darkness and evil 99% of my dialogue. But yeah, this isn't really hitting home the way it's supposed to in this game. Dr. Regal is like those people on the internet who are like, you claim to despise society, yet you participate in society. Curious. But yeah, he talks about this exiled scientist who was his father, and it's implied to be Dr. Wily, which just really comes out of nowhere. Unless, of course, there's like another exiled scientist, but it's implied to be Wily. Also, shout out to him saying you and your entire race as if he's not a fucking human too. I feel like Dr. Regal would be a sovereign citizen if he lived in our world. Like, he would claim the laws of America or wherever he lives don't apply to him because he doesn't claim them. That being said, it does actually show him start to jump, which is pretty wild. We don't hear about him for the rest of the credits or whatever, but it's implied that he lives. And that's the credits rolling. Since I have already showed off the credits, I would like to skip it, but the game will not let me. So please forgive me for having to sit through these credits a second time, and eventually a third time. Stretch. But yeah, this playthrough went a bit smoother than the first one, but there still were some really stupid scenarios in there. Special shout out going to the one that had the Yakuza guy who made me have to do a stealth section in this game. And yeah, Cold Man wasn't too bad. Foot Bomb was easier. Cold Man wasn't too bad. We dodged a few of the worst ones this time, but we also got a few bad ones this time around. There's not really a lot of good scenarios is the problem with this game. Like, if there are some scenarios that are, like, legit fun to go through, then I feel like this game would be looked at a lot more fondly. But so many of them are go through the overworld internet again, in different areas again. Or do this pointless minigame that 90% of the time does not work. Also, let us mourn the people who won a writing contest to be mentioned in this game, being known as part of the worst Battle Network script. But yeah, don't worry guys, we're not done yet. There is a third playthrough for this game that they intend for you to do if you want to get the full experience. We have one soul locked behind it, and the final difficulty of boss. And this game fully intends for you to do it because it has Continue 3, which will show up after this. Yeah, this is one of the main hooks of the game, but it's also one of the main problems with the game. If you want to experience everything in this game, you have to beat it at least 3 times. That is why I have been playing this game since, what, August? Give me a moment, I'm checking when my first... using my laptop to check when my first upload of this was. Anyways, we are now 35 hours into this game. For a reminder, we have beaten the first game in 11 hours, and the other 2 games in around 20 hours. Yeah, no, we've been playing since like August on this game. If not a bit earlier. We do get a post-credits scene, but we don't care about that because we've already seen it. It's basically just saying, whereabouts unknown, the story continues, trademark. And then you go to Continue 2, and you go either from your save point, or you start Game 3. Game 3, guess what? I'm going to skip even more of the cutscenes this time because you've seen them all twice by this point. Is more of the same. It does not get easier. Anyways, we have notes for each of our souls we have so far, for the Navi customizer, and the starting of the game email. Each time you restart the game's enemies get a little tougher. Is it enough to justify a whole nother playthrough? Hell no. But as you can see now, we're up to Met 3s. Take that for what you will. The good news is that you do get to keep all your souls, so that's nice in this game. But it still is the same game, but again. Alright. This is good. Because I can do this. Back! Didn't get to do that in the fight against Duo because it's just too hard to line it up against him. Anyways, we have to do 3 fights because that was 3 tutorials in the original game. Anyways, he goes invisible. Gotcha. And battle 3. Go ahead and smack you. Cover you. Can't get far enough to get the other one. Gotcha! Got our first Guard 3 chip. We're almost up to 100 chips in our collection, which is nice. Anyways, he gives us $500 and sends us into the PC to go ahead and get a recovery patch. This means we are required to go through the internet for the first time. Hup. And then let's go ahead and save our new game. Reminder that the blue data changes every time you do a playthrough in this game. And what you can get in these green chip drops also changes. Like you just saw, we got a 200 chip, which is better than we got all of our second playthrough until like the very end. So now we have 300, 200, 200, 150, 150. This is also a warning, though, that the enemies will deal a lot more damage to you. Be aware of that. Do you keep your chips and upgrades through playthroughs? Yes. You keep just about everything when you do your continue game. Do you keep everything? There might be something I'm forgetting, but I think you keep pretty much everything. You keep your money, you keep your chips, you keep all the souls you've gotten. The enemies will adjust for it, don't get me wrong. But as you can see, they deal a lot more damage. They dealt like 160 for the basic enemy. And it's cool. They do have some instances where it's like, yeah, they matched to keep up with their bullshit from the first playthrough. But it is better than it could be. I'll give them that much. Oh yeah, speaking of stuff that sucks in this game, these blue datas have new items behind them. Do you want to know a fun fact? There are 3 different items that could be behind these blue chips. These blue mystery datas. If you miss a blue mystery data in one of your 3 playthroughs, you have to go through another playthrough just to get all 3 things from these drops. Minimum. Granted, that's only if you're a 100% completionist, but like still, come on. Do that. And gotcha. Oh yeah, you lose all of your home pages, so you can't just quick warp everywhere anymore. That is one of the things I do remember you losing. Blinder doesn't really matter when I don't need to see. And gotcha. Blue data is behind the stupid password. Do that, heal. And gotcha. But yeah, it's annoying because it means you have to re-explore all the areas to get the new blue mystery datas. Get you. Gotcha. More booby-trapped data. Yippee! Gotcha. And it's a bug frag. Heads up, next ad break starts in 5 minutes. $600 for you. Can't talk to this guy yet. dang it. That should get rid of you. Pop, 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 pop. Pow. And clear. Alright. So far it hasn't been too bad. No blue down here. There is a purple up here though, and I do have an unlocker for that. Got it. Definitely took way too much damage there, though. Anyways, we do have a few... Oh, we don't have any unlockers. I thought I bought some. Well, that means I can't open that yet. It shall be a mystery until probably next week sometime. Got blue data down here. Get that. And pop them. This mystery data, we have Mega Energy Bomb D. Over here we have a green data, which is $500. We have a lot of money, I just need to find places to spend it. This is the person we needed to talk to. We got what we needed. Just checking if there's any more blue datas in the area before I check out. Turns himself visible. Get rid of you. And pop. There's one blue data around here. It's behind the stupid wall. Alright, sorry for the ad, y'all. There we go. Alright, yeah, there's nothing else to grab yet. Anyways, we actually get a day out with Dad, but he's busy, so we have to go talk to everyone in the town for some reason. Even though I've already done this tutorial twice. Gotta jack into the doghouse, always gotta do that at least once. Bug frag. Can't skip those dialogues, so we have to mash through them. Do that, come back around here, and he's ready. Guy has some chips. He does not sell any unlockers, unfortunately. Anyways, we gotta go ahead and talk to our friends. Go ahead and jack into this machine. So that we can see what it looks like and see the totally not suspicious Navi standing off in the corner. Hello. Yoink the blue data, it's a bug frag. Actually have some really easy mets here for some reason. Got it. Anyways, we gotta talk to them, talk to this, and talk to her. And then Dad finally gets out from shopping, and he's like, yeah, I have to go do work stuff, and we won't see him again until the end of the game, as you saw. Go over here, they talk about the first of 3 tournaments that make up the bulk of the game. Are they interesting? No. Are they different? No. You might get a different scenario, but no promises. Anyway, something's going wrong over here, so we gotta go jack in here. And oh, look, everyone's kind of in trouble. It's the totally not evil Navi we saw earlier. He likes to suck up their life essence, and he's going to do it for dessert at the place we just so happened to plan to meet. Go figure. And he wants to specifically feast on a girl Navi, because he's sexist too. That means we have to make it all the way over there, and save, specifically roll. Because it's always roll that needs saved in these games. Expecting anything else is kind of foolish in this series. Anyways, we have to make it to the end of AC/DC again, because the game says so. Got green data here, random encounter there. Even though we're now outside, it's still really strong. Specifically the X one. And it's a virus. Now. Mostly annoyed by these stupid killies. Yep, it paused. Let me put the music back on. Thanks, YouTube. Got him! Now we get to move up. There's green data over here, so I'll go ahead and yoink it. Thunder 3. We have reached 100 regular battleships. Let's go. Yep, we gotta redeem. Alright, Lion, you've got yourself a bit of a problem here, actually. One of the rules for redeeming games is that only one game is allowed to be redeemed at a time for a person. And since you already have Genshin, I can't take your redeem. I'm thinking about it, sorry. Alright, so Genshin counts as Lion's and Undertale Yellow counts as yours. Alright, I'm gonna be very clear. Since you're doing it for Pup, I'll accept it. That being said, Pup, you need to choose the day. Once you pick the day, I will take the points, okay? Sundays? Alright, I'll go ahead and yoink it, okay? Thank you very much for the redeem. I just wanted to make sure the rules were clear if I did not say them before. Hate these killies. Alright, cleared that fight. $500, probably one more encounter. Nope, we made it to the cutscene trigger. He abducts Roll, surprise, surprise. You're fine, Lion. I just want to make sure that rule was clear. I don't know if it's on the list of rules, so I just want to make sure I vocalized it sometime. Okay, I just want to make sure. Sometimes I forget to, like, vocalize that stuff. Yeah, see, that's why I was worried about it. I was worried that I'll, like, talk to someone about it privately. But privately doesn't really count for this. Not the Doomer. launching directly. Oh yeah, that's true. Even if I said it on stream, it could easily have been missed. Gotcha! Probably good to add it to the redeem's description. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll add it after, okay? Still know how I get to this invisible one. Nah, not the Tarks. Might be a good time to do so because of how often things are getting redeemed. I was planning on upping the price or like discussing how the price would change after 10 redeems combined. This would be number 6. That being said, if y'all think it's a good idea to do it now, I'll consider it at the very least. $10 also sounds good. I just felt like it'd make more sense to do it at like a round number. But that could just be me being weird about it. Trying to get a chance to heal here. It being at a multiple of 5 is infinitely better. Do y'all think I should have done it after the Genshin redeem then? Got it. Like, it's too late now. I'm just, like, brainstorming, I guess. 1 bug frag. That's where Jomon code is. Mystery data was a trap. No. Got it. Yeah, this is stronger than the Gun Soul 1, but the important thing is that it does 2 rows worth of 2 columns worth of damage compared to the original. Anyways, this is where the game needs us to go. Basically, hey, I'm in a dungeon. You'll need to find the dungeon to come fight me. It's like, hey, we need to go to Electown Square. Go ahead and run around to Electown Square. Can't get in through here yet. Can't jack in that way yet, because that'd be convenient. Can't go in this way, so the game requires you to go around through this fence in the back. Nudge it open. There is a blue data in this machine here. I'm gonna try to complete this little dungeon here before I end my stream today. Bug frag. I feel like so many of these third pickups are just bug frags. Which, like, cool, but also I'm not using them yet. Try going in, but they have, like, sonic waves. It hurts our ears. It hurts Mega Man's ears. How does that work for a Navi? Who the fuck knows? There is a solution here, and it's to do our first Navi battle inside this stereo system. I already got the blue data here. Anyways, I have to defeat this Navi in order to move on. He is not harder, in case you're curious. Yeah, I can just out-damage him. Yeah, this guy has no chance. He did not power up between runs. Get the earphone, and we get a set outside this world for Lan himself. Now we can go up the path that we just went up 5 seconds ago. Also, shout out to Lan rollerblading on the second story with no balcony. Dude does not give a fuck. Anyways, it works this time, so now we can go around. Now then, time for annoying gimmick number 1 out of, like, dozens. There are only 2 areas in this level, but they're both annoying. Hit point memory! First of this run. Brings us up to 1120. Charge plus 1, we don't really need it. Inside this area, we meet Felony. Sure. Pop that. Right, it doesn't work on jumps. If we do this, then we can reroll for better chance at healing items. which is what I need because I want to survive this dungeon. Thank you very much. There we go. The game says no on future ones. That being said, we did get the delete. Eventually. This guy is talking about the cyber bats. We have to catch all the cyber bats. You have to talk to him first to get the boot data. Is it annoying? Yes. Anyways, there's one more blue data down here. This one's just money. Anyways, we have to catch all 3 cyber bats before he will let us move on. Gotcha. Anyways, let's find these bats. Got one. Got 2. You can see I'm used to dealing with these guys because it's the 3rd frickin' playthrough. I hate this combination. Get rid of you so I can think in peace. Get rid of you guys because I don't care about you. Gotcha! Anyways, back to the drawing board. Gotcha! Alright, so that's 1 of 2 areas cleared. It's not too hard. $2,900 Zenny down this way. Bug frag down this way. Really sick of these killies. Got it. Just checking if there's data back here. Nope, there is one up in the middle, but I gotta talk to you first. Get this. Pop you. And got you. Not bad. Grab you. Regular up 2. Got you. Got 3 of them. I'm getting better at this. Got him. Gotcha. Not bad. Now then, he attempts to do some sort of sonar attack that attacks through the headphones. So this is the one time of game where Lan has to go outside of the dungeon and do something. In this case, he has to turn down the power of the speakers. Because then it won't really do much. It's not too hard, it takes like 5 seconds. Anyways, it works, and then we enter the Shademan fight. We do not need to actually be good at this fight. We just need to get him hit enough times to be like, ha! I can't hit you. See? And it's like, haha, nothing's happening. So what happens is Lan gets helped by Sho. Sho chases him off. Shademan drops a dark chip. And we're like, hey, let's pick up the very dangerous object that is the worst part of the story plot. Take it to Higsby, and he's like, yo, throw that shit away. Anyways, that's probably going to be as far as we go today. Next time we will start with the preliminaries as we go back into tournament hell. Made a lot of progress. I was really worried we'd be stuck on that one fight. Still was a pain in the ass, but we got through it in like 30 minutes, so I will take that as a fucking win. Now then, who to rate today? Oh, but you like the tournaments? Listen, tournaments in a nutshell are fun. The scenarios they give you to go with the tournament battles are not fun. That's the way I see it. There's maybe like 1 or 2 scenarios that are fun to do. The rest are either okay or god-awful. In the way that I see it. Like, you have a few that's okay. Like, for example, Cold Man's didn't really give me much trouble because I had the chips I needed. Meanwhile, on the other hand, someone like Searchman or the cooking minigames suck butt. At the very least, that's my take on it. Anyways, thanks to those of y'all who've been sticking around. Reminder, if you want to get updates on my schedule, you can follow my Discord server or my Blue Sky account, both in the About links. It's pretty busy, mostly because Skylord Zoe's here, but I'm going to go ahead and raid your Captain Lily because it's her birthday. That being said, warning! This is very NSFW content, or at the very least, casual discussion of like sexual topics. So do be warned before I send y'all on the raid. Says they're doing special event, which is true, it's a birthday stream. I do not know what they are doing within the birthday stream. This has been Ozocrate Cheer Pronouns. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, and I'll see y'all a week from today as we get deeper into the 3rd run of Battle Network 4 Red Sun. Have a good day now, bye-bye.